Zidane Daney, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I am here with my fellow hosts,
Captain Jack.
Joker.
and today we are going to be talking about you two's first thoughts on the shows that you're watching. Obviously, Jack, you just watched a few episodes of The Owl House, and Joker, you've been watching The Order recently. So,
Yep.
who wants to go first?
I don't care.
I don't care either.
Let's go with Jack because you've seen a lot less than Joker has, so he has more thoughts.
All right. My first thought is, what the shit? I mean, I don't really know how to describe this show, except that I've never taken acid, but I feel like I have. I genuinely have some concerns. Like, the same concerns I had when I watched Coraline for the first time.
Okay.
You know, Coraline goes through an esophagus and finds people with buttons on their eyes, and it's like, oh, cool, they must be friendly. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, why are you not concerned about this? Like, they have buttons for eyes, my dude. Like, why are you not concerned? So I had the same kind of thought. She follows the thing that's cutely hopping away.
Yep. The bird.
And
The owl.
He follows the owl. And I don't know why she's not more concerned that this random shack out in the back of her house has a magical door in it. And then I'm really concerned as to why she would want to do that. Like, I don't know. I was the kid who read a lot of fantasy in my life, but I know for a fact that if I found a magical door in the back of my house, I would check myself for schizophrenia first.
Yeah, fair. One thing that I think one of the big things that they try to make this very clear that she is a very weird kid, especially like with the whole eye thing. You've seen that, right? Where she was
Yeah.
So they show like all of these weird things that she does, and I think that that's the main reason why so many people that she doesn't see this as this is terrifying, blah blah blah. She's genuinely fascinated by all of the bizarre and weird shit that's going on. Like she predicted that we do see that she is very concerned when she first gets there, but when she sees like all of the crazy fantastical things, that's when she really
The
starts.
spider breath. She's like, I knew it.
Yeah, exactly, the spider breath thing.
That cracked me up, man.
Yeah, just wait until you actually see what giraffes. There's a
Yeah, no, I remember. So, the reason I started watching Owl House is because I've seen a few episodes here and there at my friend's house. But last night, they decided, hey, let's watch the brand new episode that just came out.
yeah.
And so I was like, I don't know what that is, so hey, alright. And we watched it, and I was like, I have a lot of questions.
Yeah. So, let me see. So you've watched. So so was it the one where they're in the real world, or in
Yeah.
Luz's world? Okay. So that is not
Yeah.
the one that just came out. That is the one that came out like a few months ago.
It's the only one on Disney Plus, Zephyrin.
Yeah. It is on Disney. I didn't realize it was on Disney Plus, but on Disney, they just released the new brand new episode. It's not even on Disney now yet, so it's at some point it will watch it, but people are already talking like crazy about it, losing their collective everyone's losing their collective mind over it, because of the fact that they're finally going back, they're going back to the Boiling Isles.
Yeah.
But Yeah, so you know a little bit more than you probably should, um, because you've seen that Amity and Luz are a loving couple at this point.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen.
But also, like, remember that I don't hide from spoilers, so I've already seen, like, memes and appreciation and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So,
yeah. So I do think that it was a lot cuter, in my opinion, watching their relationship flourish from the very beginning, where where they, at least Amity genuinely hates her, and then the slow gay panic, and then eventually them actually getting together. It was so cute, and I think that you're gonna absolutely love that as you get through it.
I hope so.
But
Hi, Pickle Roll. What's up?
yeah, so I think the first 4 episodes, besides the first one, are just those are just random episodes of her, Luz going throughout the city, right? Has she gone to the school yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has gone to the school. I wasn't certain exactly where that was.
Yeah,
Because,
she played Willow's Abomination.
yeah. So but she hasn't actually started going to the school yet as a student.
No, because she goes back to Ida and realizes that Ida actually is a good teacher.
Yeah. So there's a lot with that, and honestly, I think you're gonna absolutely just go crazy as you see more of it. Because yeah, it's a really weird show, but it's also a lot of fun, especially seeing like how everything plays out, especially the like my favorite character is a character that you've only met if in the future in the most recent episode.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Hunter is great.
Yes, he is so awesome, and you haven't seen where he starts out, but I love it. It's just like
No, but I've seen him overcome his other self, and that's just cool.
Yeah, it's great. Seeing that, I think that is probably something that a lot of people really loved that scene. Throughout that entire episode, just seeing Hunter as he grew, and I loved it. It's great. Also, I really hope that he and I'm one of the Willow Hunter shippers, so
I can see that. I can see that.
like they're just so cute together, especially like when she's cutting his hair to help him feel better.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I love it. Also, I am totally here for V and the human girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think she like she has like asexual flag on her fingernails or something, I think.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to say the least, to see how that relationship goes. There's been a lot of really good comics of that of how they get together and stuff, and I'm just like, please actually show us their relationship, please. That is gonna be adorable. But yeah. Anyways,
So my cat has stopped peeing on things. Good.
well, anyways, Joker, what are your first thoughts on the Order?
Like, I like the first bit of it, but then, like, the end of season 1, I'm, like, so mad with it right now.
Yeah.
And beware if you haven't seen it, I will say spoilers in this.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I know you don't care,
it's more
Jack.
for the audience's sake than for our.
Yes. But, like, come on, why the heck did they have to, like, erase the memories of the night werewolves as, like, and then Jack and Alyssa, that whole thing, is like, come on, why couldn't you just keep Jack and Alyssa as a couple, and then you have to, like, go ahead and erase the memory once they confess their love to each other? It's like, come on.
Yeah, there's so much that is. I love the show, but there's just so much that it's just like, fuck you!
I do too, I'm like, really? Really?
Yeah.
I am so mad with the producers of this show. It's like, come on.
Yeah, there's just so much shit with this with it, and it's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a whole another. It remind me of like
Is that
Cobra Kai, where like you have their love interest, and then they're like, no, we're broken up, and now we're going to go with this person. And it's like, really?
Yeah, it's so just
I
why?
guess that's like high school drama in Cobra Kai, but this is like college, and they're like in love, and then they're like, no, you lose your memory. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and it gets worse. So they so I think you should just know this. So first off, they do regain their memories in the second season, but they make them forget again.
At the end of it?
Yeah, like just.
Are you kidding me?
There is so much that is just like. I think that the second season has a lot more issues, but at the same time, it's like, this is really interesting, but fuck you for making me hate this stuff. Like, why did it, like, it feels like they didn't want to make this show. They like the concept, but then they're like, no, we don't want this show to continue. But so many people loved it and demanded it to continue. Like the final episode of the first season feels like it's the end of the show, and then they do it.
I know.
And then the second season, it feels like it's trying to make people hate it. And it's
like,
just
should
like,
I even watch the second season? Is it even worth watching the second season if they're just going to erase everyone's memory?
honestly, I don't know if it is. That's the biggest problem that I have, because like I said, I love the show. It's a fantastic. It was especially the first season, like seeing all of the characters.
It's like really well written, and I love Jack. Jack's such a good character, and the actor makes it such a fun experience. But then they have to go and like, no, you lose your memory. It's like,
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
yeah.
It makes me mad. I'm like so upset with the show right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want to start season 2, but if it's as bad as the end of season 1, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, I love the show.
Yeah. I would suggest that you watch it just to have your own opinion on it, but I don't know. There were issues. There were some really big glaring issues with the show, especially the second season, and I don't know. I like I said, I love the show, the first season for sure, but at the same time, it's like, fudge. Why do you have to make people hate you? I don't know. And I think that's another big problem with a lot of the Netflix originals in general, is that they don't seem like they want to make the shows. Like,
Is that why they cancel so many shows though?
Yeah,
like,
they cancel
good
so many
they
shows,
cancel
and it's just
all
like,
the time.
yeah, they cancel
Like,
so
they don't
many, and it's
make
just
it.
like, and then the shows that they continue, it's like, but why?
Why are you
People weren't
continuing
that
those?
interested in them. Like, Warrior Nun, like, that is a truly fantastic show. I 100% recommend it to every single person who is interested, who wants to see it, or has been wondering if they should see it. But they cancel it. They canceled it. And I don't know why. I genuinely do not know why. Like, it makes sense that frickin' Dragon Prince, that's still going. I think Camp
I
Cretaceous.
love Dragon Prince.
Yeah. I said that makes sense why that's still going. That makes sense why it's still going. Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, though, that's weird. That's weird that that's still going. Like, they keep trying to end it, and then they don't, and it's like, what are you doing? Just finish the frickin' show.
I know. And then they do this interactive show with it. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Stranger Things, I don't know.
Stranger
I
Things
feel
is
like
just
that
gonna end.
Yeah. Luckily, that is getting close to its ending. But they've been doing some weird shit with it in the past few seasons, so I don't know.
Agreed.
Umbrella Academy is great.
Netflix is just dropping off the edge with their shows now.
Yeah. But like Umbrella Academy was great. I think that's still continuing.
Yes, Umbrella Academy is amazing.
Yeah.
Even though the end made me a little bit mad that, like, hey, they don't have their powers anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I have a feeling that they're gonna get their powers back in the next season. But
Except for Five. Five wants to retire. He's done.
yeah, 5 wants to retire. That is so funny that 5 is the one who wants to retire, and he's like this kid.
It's like, I've been doing this for 65 years. I'm done.
Yeah. And then obviously, Lock and Key. That was a great show.
That was a great show. That one, I'm sad that it ended.
I'm sad that it ended, but at the same time, like it makes sense why they ended it.
Yes, it had such a great ending, though.
Yeah. The other thing about Lock and Key, though, and the reason why they ended it so quickly is because of the fact that they were already past the source material. Like, there is not that much, in general, there is not that much source material. For example, the first volume of Lock and Key is, that is pretty much just the first episode of the original season. I think, like, there might be, like, a little bit more in there, but primarily, that is the entirety of the first episode, and yeah, there in the comic though there are a lot more keys. So if they ever do want to continue the show, they absolutely can. So I am excited to see if they will actually continue the show at some point where I don't know, maybe they find out that there are still more keys and they and for whatever reason the other keys have to come back. I don't know, something interesting. Maybe a few years down the line, we'll see Lock and Key Season 4, and this time Bodhi is like an adult or something, and he's realizing, oh shit, we need to deal with this. I don't know. We'll see exactly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll see what they do eventually. But I also love that all of the main family, they will keep their memories forever. So that feels like there's something that's left to be undone. That there's still something to be done. And maybe eventually they'll be able to reawaken the memories of the other people that were important to the series. So, I don't know. We'll see. Shadow and Bone. That's a good show.
Oh, I can't wait for Shadow and Bone Season 2.
Yeah. I do recommend reading the book though, because especially now that you've watched the show. Jack, have you seen Shadow and
No,
Bone?
I need to read the book.
No.
Okay. So, so same thing goes for you. If you do plan on watching Shadow and Bone, watch the show first, then read the book. Primarily because there is a lot less in the book. Like, no joke. There's just way less. For one thing, the kidnappers in the show, that's not even a plot point in the book. Like, maybe in the second book it's revealed that that's actually important, but for right now, not important in the slightest. So,
Interesting.
maybe they actually are. Maybe they did actually have some involvement with her getting away from there, but we just don't know about it until like later books. I don't know. We'll see. What other show? Oh, Sweet Tooth. For the if you haven't watched
I have
it,
not watched Sweet Tooth.
huh?
I quite liked Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth is so cute, and I honestly love it. One thing though is
The comic is way creepier.
the comic is so fucking creepy. I would love to. I want to get it at some point and do a video talking about the difference between it, because like in Sweet Tooth, the show, they try to make them like cute characters. They want them to be fun, energetic characters that everyone can love. In the comic though, like
They look deranged sometimes.
oh my gosh, they are scary. There are so many issues with it, and it's just like, oh, I want to do a dissection of the differences between that, because it's just creepy while this is cute, and I'm just like, yes, please. And please give us a second season. I don't know when, if and when they're going to
I'm
give
just
us.
laughing at the fact that how Robert Downey Jr. directed that
Yeah,
and like made it an actual show. I'm like, that is awesome. Good for him.
yeah, yeah. Keep Up was also good. Hilda was good. Kind of sad that those are both ended. Kid Cosmic was decent. I understand that it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm sure that a lot of kids enjoyed it. But that's ended. Let's see what else. Was Ragnarok. Now that's a good show. That's a good fucking show.
I started watching it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
Even though it's dubbed.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's the one of the biggest issues when you're dealing with
Actual people.
yeah, when you're dealing with actual people, it's really freaking hard to dub something, because the mouth, like, you're seeing what they're saying, and it's just like, you are not saying that. You are clearly not saying that. You are saying something in Norwegian or whatever the fuck it is. Whatever.
I think it's sweet. Yeah.
Whatever the language is. It's not important. But you're saying,
It's important
you're
to
speaking in
edit.
that language. You're not speaking in English. But there was like another show that another movie I watched that was also a different from a different country, that had a similar issue. Great.
Was that the troll?
No, it wasn't Troll. It was like some superhero thing.
Huh.
Basically where a mom becomes a superhero, or no, is she a mom? I don't remember. The point is, she becomes a superhero, and then she forms a superhero team at the end of it, and I'm just like, please make a show of this, please, because it's just, it was really good, and I would have preferred to see like it continue. I don't know if they're ever gonna do that though. So yeah, Ragnarok, fantastic. I can't wait for the next season 3. They need to go kick some more ass, and we need to see more of the Norse gods, please. But yeah. Have you guys seen Troll Hunters?
No.
No. Okay. So at some point, you guys should probably watch the.
Isn't that animated?
It's 3D animation. Yes. It's honestly kind of amazing. So there's 3 shows and a movie. So there's Troll Hunters, 3 Below, and Wizards. Troll Hunters is the first one. Then 3 Below starts in the last season of Troll Hunters and continues on. And then Wizards is basically a combination of the 2 shows, with the main character being a character that was hardly involved in either of them, but you kind of have like this inkling that he's pretty important at the end of Troll Hunters. So yeah, so that continues that, and then there's the movie Troll Hunters: Rise of the Titans, and all of this is done by Guillermo del Toro. Guillermo, thank you. His name is really freaking hard to say for me. But Guillermo del Toro, it's all made by him, and he did a really good job with these shows. I kind of wish that it continued and we got to see the new version of the story, because at the end of the show, the main character, or at the end of the whole series, the main character goes back in time and basically wants to redo everything. He's redoing everything, but instead of him being the troll hunter, it's his friend. So, you'll see how that all plays out if you ever watch the show. But I really want to see Troll Hunters a new version, or whatever it's gonna be fucking called. Because the whole point of it is that of what he's doing is that he's redoing it to make sure that nobody dies, and it's just like, yeah, this is gonna be bad. Oh my gosh, I'm very curious to see how they're gonna play that out. Now, a show that definitely didn't need to have 2 seasons, Green Eggs and Ham. Did you guys watch that at all?
No.
Good, don't watch
Still
it.
not
It's
interested in
so
watching it.
stupid. Basically, the first season takes every single little each of the different things that they say in the original book is basically an episode. So here, car, train, fox, dark, box, mouse, rain, goat, house. Those are the episodes for the first season, and then it continues in the second season. I think where it's way more implied, but it basically goes from this globe-trotting adventure to another globe-trotting adventure, but this time they're going after their they're going after Sam I Am's mom. So it's really weird. But at the same time, it's just like, this did not need to exist. Like, at all. But I don't know. It's fine. It's whatever. Also, can we talk about Voltron, the new Voltron?
Sure.
Okay, have you guys seen any of it?
No.
Okay. Did you see the original Voltron?
Yes.
Okay. So, firstly, they did a lot of differences between the original Voltron and this Voltron. For one thing, there are gay characters now. But secondly, the original Voltron was basically this weird combination of 2 anime that they continued basically from one anime into the next one. Starting with Lion Tamers or whatever the fuck it was, and then going into Vehicle Force. Now, the new series is just focusing on the Lion Force. But one thing that happened that was really freaking weird in the original show is that in the original show, no one dies, period, at all. And it's even though characters actually do die, there's like this one moment that just sticks in our mind where a character falls from a really freaking high height, and one of the characters starts crying and says, "Oh, thank God he fell in the water." And it's like, we know he died. Like, everyone knows he died. From that height, water is gonna still feel like concrete. So yeah, it's kind of just like, what the fuck were you doing there? But they remade the show. There's a completely remaking of the entire story, and pretty much everyone's gay. Like, there was
What show is this?
Voltron, Legendary Defender. In the original show, I think the princess and Keith, the guy who wears the red outfit, they were going to get married. In the original show, in this one, the red and the blue guy they end up dating by the end of it. One of the short guy is now actually a girl who is looking for her brother, and by the end of it, she's kind of becoming a guy. From what I understand, it's kind of hard to say exactly what's going on because I haven't finished the show. Then the leader of the group, who in the original show he dies, and that's basically how the well, he doesn't die. He goes off to recover. Except for in the original Japanese, he does die, and that's the point where the princess joins the team to fight on the ship to become the new becomes a new member of the Lion Force. But anyways, continuing on with this, he has a husband, and literally the only people that aren't gay are the ones that don't end up in a relationship. And it's just like, what is going on with this show? Like, I don't even know. They changed so much, and like the first few seasons they're fine, but then it's just like, where are you going with this show? It's just a huge mess. Because I don't think they knew what they wanted to do. So it really should have ended way, way earlier than it did. But yeah, I think it's.
I just got my first solo victory.
Oh, you're playing
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yep.
Okay,
I want to play Fortnite.
fair enough.
Let's play Fortnite.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay, but yeah, there's lots of weird ass shows on Netflix, and it's just like, where is this coming from? And on top of the fact that that so many shows got canceled while other shows got to continue, that are just like, this is bad and you know it. I don't know. So, some of the shows that got to continue were pretty good, or got to have their full ending were pretty good. But other ones, it's just like, where are you going with this?
Okay, let's mention the fact that there's not as many like live action fantasies that are like
Good.
appropriate or good
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, come on, can't you make a good fantasy show without adding like sexual content?
That's
into
called
it?
New Legends
Or-
of Monkey, and nobody liked it for whatever reason. Like, there are some actually really good shows that are appropriate for all ages. Even that are live action or live action adjacent, such as obviously The Dark Crystal.
Yeah, like
Um,
I haven't watched The Dark Crystal, but The Letter to the King, that's such a great show, and I'm so upset with Netflix for like canceling it.
Yeah.
Because it was like such an appropriate show, and it was good, and it was with kids, and it was entertaining, and then they're like, no, we're not doing another season. It's like, are you kidding me?
yeah. Like the Worst Witch, that's also really good.
Oh, so good.
I'm not interested in watching that though.
Why the fuck
Well,
not?
that's on you, bro.
Like, me and Jack have talked about that extensively, especially the fact that, like, literally...
It's basically Harry. In fact, I'm like 85% certain that J.K. Rowling stole Harry Potter from this book.
yeah. It's insane.
Okay, speaking of Harry Potter, you know what I just saw on Facebook today?
Oh,
That
sweet.
it makes me really upset?
What?
What?
Is that HBO, or not HBO, Warner Brothers is trying to do a Harry Potter series, and that is really making me upset. And like, what? Why the heck are they doing that? The movies are
Because-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Because people want to see more detail.
Yeah, fair. And also, like, there was so much that was cut out from the book, such as, the fact that, like, Peeves, Dobby was hardly
agree.
involved at all. Like, remember, in the
You mean
book,
Dopey?
Dobby,
No, I mean Dobby.
No, it's Dopey.
Dobby.
It's Dobby.
But,
How they say it in the movie is Dopey.
no, they
No,
don't.
well, they're wrong.
But yeah, Dobby is only ever like he's in his first movie and he's in his last movie, and that's it. And it's just, but in the book, he is literally in every single book from his inception to some point.
Yep.
And it's just like,
because Ron keeps giving him socks because he likes socks.
well, it was Hermione who gave him like a whole bunch of shit. Yeah,
and they didn't like add that in.
Yeah. I think it was because
But
they
the
were
movies
worried
are
that it would
great
be
as they
considered
are.
racist. Because
What?
they were worried that it would be considered racist because it's a lot of what that is kind of Song of the Southing. Jack, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. It's almost like weird. It's almost like it is racist.
Yeah. So they were when they were making that, they were very concerned about actually putting that in.
Can y'all ready up?
Yeah, sure. So obviously, I think it's a good thing that they didn't include that, because yeah, that is pretty bad. But at the same time, it's also important that people remember that, especially at that right after slavery, a lot of people a lot of the people who were slaves still continued to work on plantations because they felt like they had no other option. And
No, because they didn't have any other option. Not that they felt like they had no other option. They literally did not have any other option.
yeah, they really didn't. And like, the good thing is that they were forced to some of them were forced to actually give them better treatment and stuff like that. And
They weren't.
huh?
No, they weren't.
Like I said, some. It's not all. It's definitely not all, and it's most of them not. But but there were also some. There were some actual people who did become better. Who did become better off during that moment. I think that it's kind of interesting to a certain point. That she is kind of doing a decent job, because the fact that from what it sounds like, the way that that Hogwarts treats the house elves is significantly better than the other masters. That is something that she is trying to show.
Yes, but saying that any slave, it's okay that they're slaves because they enjoy their slavery. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that is bullshit. So absolutely, there are some very major issues, but at the same time, it is important that people do remember that there were there were slaves that did actually have better lives than others, unfortunately.
Doesn't make her not a racist.
No. But yeah. Anyways, on a different point,
J.K. Turfling is a terrible person, but whatever.
we're not saying that she's not. We're just saying that she did do some interesting things.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the new Legends of Monkey?
Nope.
Okay, so
Nope.
do you guys know about the Monkey King?
You mean Song
Yes,
Wukong?
I know what
Yes,
the show
Song
is.
Wukong.
I'm just like not interested in it.
How fucking dare you not be interested in that? I'm kidding. You don't have to be interested in it, but it's a really interesting show. And I do suggest that anyone who is interested in it does like, you have even a slight interest in it, please watch it, because it is truly an amazing show. Unfortunately, it did so poorly. People, no one was really interested in it, and it's just kind of sad. Basically, so through the basically in that show, they firstly, in the original story, Sung Wukong is actually a monkey. He's literally a monkey. But in this show, he is not. He is a human. They changed Tripitaka from being male to female, which was very interesting. And yeah, there's some. It's fun. I think that you, if you have any interest in it, you will probably enjoy it.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know.
We should call it because I need help.
Yeah, fair enough. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this nerd chat. I know it's been a bit shorter one, and it's been a bit controversial, but I think, but yeah. Anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we will see you guys next time. But on.
See ya.